Okay. Start with everyone's favorite lady, Alice. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, it's early. Especially for you, it's definitely really early. I only get the early streams on Saturday just because it's the one streaming day where I'm busy during the evening, not the afternoon. There we go. But also, hello, people. I guess she takes a very little bit, like an itty-bitty bit of chip damage at first, and then she starts taking normal damage. What do you mean I time left an hour into the future? What? What was I looking at? Oh, I... Ah. Hey, all you gotta do is open up Twitch, and I believe the schedule thing and on Twitch will automatically update to whatever time you're currently in. If time changes or anything, boom. Go, get some Alice's going. Future's as boring as the past. With that attitude, it is. Good grief. Hello, family. Like commenting. Yeah, I saw you were on, like, early. Yeah, Altair versus Maki, that was the one that was, going on recently, right? I watched that match. I woke up this morning. I slept in, because it's a Sunday, and I can sleep in, so I sleep in. I get up, I'm like, it's time to do some raking today. So I go outside, start raking, I'm like, oh yeah, I know there's some matches today. I go up to see, it turns out there's one, like, long before I woke up. I'm like, good grief, why is there a match starting at 3? It's annoying me. It annoyed me that I died. What you've done to me. It's like, yes, I love when there's a match starting at 3 in the morning. It was 3 or 4 in the morning. I forget exactly what time. Like, yeah, imagine if I lived West Coast. I'd love a match starting at 1 in the morning. Not 1. No, it would be 1 in the morning. Yeah, I will say, the Perishable Knight LNN was cool to see. It was very cool to see. Even if, unfortunately, the match, that last match was not super close. Peta Flair doing what Peta Flair can do. Match had trouble getting... I mean, well, here's the thing, right? Like, I'll complain about being not good for me, American time, but, like, even for Europeans, it's like... What is that? It's still like 10 in the morning? Of course, very, very based on where you are throughout Europe, but, like, good grief. No, I think it's Peta Flair, but I always like to call it Peta Flair. But regardless of any, oh, good grief, that was an unusual read, I think. Regardless of any, Oku, tragedies, it was still great to see. Nice. Oh, yeah. You gotta complain about Alice every time I do her. That's what, 24? 24 Alices? I'm assuming it's 24 Alices. Ah, damn it. I mean, here's the thing. This spell is RNG, but to call it an RNG spell would be ridiculous. To call any spell an RNG spell would be kind of ridiculous. Ultimate. Hey! Oh, that's pissed. Not your response. Spell. Well, that's the thing. It's like, it is your fault, because you failed to read it properly. It's like the rotation of Fraternal Dolls is random. Like, how she shoots it out is random. But, like, still on you. Like, the base pattern is the same, it's just the rotation's random. You gotta get used to that. It's like spam, right? It's like, you're gonna have to practice spam. Well, spam's incredibly RNG, that's true. But, like, you gotta get good at playing against it. Like, there is a level of good where you can get good at it. Damn it, why am I choking on this? Nice. Well, regardless, seeing an IN LNN was pretty cool to see. Regardless, when you have 3 runs, across all your credits, getting a LNN in the moment is something. counting number. Well, it can depend on the attack. Let's take spam is not the worst tracker for counting that. But Alice, Alice has luck. Alice has some luck, but it's still very constant. Like, okay, where the bullets on this one go is, you know, whatever. But if you're good enough, you can always make this consistent. Her first spell's in the same category. Honestly, her first non might be the worst for it. Her final spell's a little rough. Kyoto Dolls can be a little tricky, but, like... You know, I want to get 50 Alices. And the getting 50 exactly is not anything that important. You know, what's the difference between getting 55 or 45 Alices? Not really that much of a difference, but like... Throughout my Alice grind, I found myself getting better at specifically, you know, Fraternal Dolls I feel myself getting better at. I can feel that one a lot. Because despite, like, there being RNG, there's a lot to learn about the attack regardless. You should pull up... I didn't know it existed, but hearing people talk about... I heard people talking about it earlier during the TRS stream. Not the TSO part, but, like... I didn't realize afterwards, because I was just in stream, I was making food, and I got back, and it was in TRS. And they were doing a replay of Perishable Night, the Aaron route. Also, that's 25 Allison. And they were going up to the Apollo attack on hard. And it's the same type of deal. The shot works, the attack works very similar on hard to Lunatic. And they're talking about this guy made a 20-something page document talking about dodging that attack. I glanced through the document. I didn't read it all. But I glanced through it, and it's like... Apollo is an attack that's really easy to sit there and blame it on, and, like, be like, oh, you got bad luck. But it's a whole document talking about, okay, this is how the bullets work. This is, the different types of gaps. These are the narrow gaps. These are the wide gaps. This is where you're looking. When you see this, that you know this is coming. Hey, it's a whole document talking about all the niche things about it. When you do something enough, you'll probably get better at it. It's like that Frat Dolls. I just do it enough, and I start seeing what I need to see better. Spam, it'll be the same thing. Like right now, spam's entirely luck-based. Well, maybe not entirely. I do have some skill with like why I'm trying to dodge things, but... Well, here's the thing, it doesn't have to be consistent, but your reading can be consistent. If you memorize all the variables, or do your best to learn all the different types of variables you can see, like with Frat Dolls, it makes it go from super difficult to so much better. Bad one. Yeah, that Pristine Lunacy one. I actually used that one to help me dodge Pristine Lunacy. Well, I feel like you're naturally a louder talker, so when you do this, when you do casting and stuff and commentating, it, I'm not the loudest talker, as people know. I have to turn up my mic because I talk a little too low. Unless I'm really excited, but... And that's not always the case. I don't always do that, like, on my own. If I'm with my buddies, I'm generally a lot louder. But it just depends on the circumstance. The more serious I am, generally the quieter I get. Not necessarily in terms of my words spoken, but just in terms of my tone. The sleepier and the more serious I get. I am curious, Family Team, if they're gonna nerf Imperishable Knight. Well, I'm curious what you mean by Insider Scoop, because that could refer to a few different things. Might get there. A thought I had, and this is... Don't take this super seriously, this thought. This is just kind of a random thing I thought of. Is I was like... I feel like it'd be better if... like, the base penalties were lowered, and the miss penalties were increased. I don't know if that would actually do anything. That's maybe just me pulling my ass 26 ounces. But, like... Who's already giving you flack for it, and what for? I don't even remember what I put for that card. Is that the one where I had them putting the stuff in your deck, or is it something else? Or shuffling the discard pile? You're distracting me. You're distracting me, Game Butcher. You've done. Ugh, that was an awkward one. This non is really awkward. It's probably the most random part of this fight. Sometimes you get that, which is pretty smooth, but... Yeah, well, it's one thing that I saw a couple people comment on, but, like, I didn't know. You know, it's still early on in ESO's, you know, Trans-Siberian Orchestra's, life cycle that, I don't know how deeply they're looking at things right now or anything, but, you know, I saw people comment about, like, the consistency of things, right? Because, like, Imperishable Knight has a consistent early game, which lets you get to low miss late games, right? You know, contrast to that, say, you know, Lol K. But it's difficult to really think what potentially helps that besides just, oh, nerf this base number. Because you also don't want, like, okay, this person is a really good, you know, player of an easier game, quote-unquote, right? Of PCB, of Imperishable Knight, of Mountain of Faith, right? Of Subterranean Animism. And you don't want this player to play against this Lol K guy, right? This Lol K player, and be like, okay, guess what? You have, like, the odds are so stacked against you. It's like, you want the odds stacked against them a little bit to make up for that game thing. But, like, the game difference, but... Why did I decide to do that dodge? I don't know, but it sure makes for good content. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, that was the world's ugliest Alice final at 1. Was that 27? Hell yeah, bitches. Potions don't retain to save mana for when you need it. That's true. But you know what potions do? 15 damage, they get rid of graze, they have accurate, they scale with your modifiers, and Marissa does have several modifiers, by the way. She has a burst that literally doubles her damage. She has Scry, which lets her, like, strategically grab her potions, which she does on the regular. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, like, what is, what's a good answer. You know, you could do the World Cup answer, which is just have everyone play against each other in the same games. But, you know, that's not necessarily what the Survival Open is trying to do. So it's innately a problem just because of what the Survival Open is trying to do. It's not an easy answer. You don't want to give the, you know, you don't want to make it so that, oh, the IN player's playing the, DDC Marissa player. Oh, guess what? The DDC Marissa player gets 1 billion points by default. Or 1 billion point misadvantage by default. But you kinda do. That's the problem. Yeah, let's not make this ugly. Wait, it's Horror Dolls. It's always gonna be ugly. Odai. Oh, I didn't know. That was weird. What's the context that you're arguing about? Trying to understand what your conversation here is. Because also you also said USD Rainbow B and then USD Rainbow A, which I don't know if you intended to say that distinction there, but. But in what context are you talking about how Perishable Knight Alice doesn't beat USD Ray B? miss. I assumed for the Reimu part. Nah, he's just probably filled with misinformation. Unbelievable. Mods ban him now. I think the most important baseline for the TSO is the base penalty. I think that's the one, because like any amount of misses that you have, if you're like, oh, well, this 2 miss should have beaten X 3 miss, the answer is just play better. If you want to get really specific, just don't miss on this. But even regardless, it's like the base penalty is like, what do you do for that? Hold up. If you drop the paragraph, I can read it in a minute. But I gotta try to beat Alice again here. Don't say don't look at this, because you know what? I looked at it. I glance over there a lot between attacks. Sometimes even during attacks. Let's see. Yes, because Spirit had that. Spirit had the that unfortunate Sakia fumble. Or fumbles, I think it was. I rewatched a little bit. Also, that's 28. Does Solo Alice have the same shot penalty and base penalty that USD Reimu B has? Because I don't remember the exact penalties. I remember the most recent match was at the SA versus PCB. They had the exact same base penalty and shot penalty. Let's get 30 Alices before I move to the Prison Rivers. What did I say I just got? Did I just get 28? I think that was the one I just got. Why did I even think that was a good idea? Yeah, because some shot types are already split in some games, right? Like, I glanced at the DDC scoring, right? Like, there's a massive difference between, say, you know, the Sakia shot types, right? Like, a lot of the games have, oh, here's, you know, their base penalties are the same, but their miss penalties are different across the game, right? Like in PCB, I think all the base penalties are identical, but the miss penalties vary. But DDC has it where it's like, hey, Sakia A, here's a massive base penalty. Sakia B, oh, here's no base penalty. Ring around the rosy. Also, I was not in the camp of thinking that IN needs to be nerfed. I think if you do anything to the scoring system, it should be games as a whole, and not like, oh, nerf IN, nerf IN. I don't think I'm going to get 150 Alices. Maybe on my own time, but I think even that, no. If I'm at the point where I'm going for 150 Alices, I'm just sitting down practicing her hardest attacks individually. I mean, here's what we could do. You could make it a rare if you wanted to, Game Glitcher. That's more than fine. I don't really care. I don't have a strong emotional attachment. What the fuck did I just do? Or you could, just simply wait it out and play test it. Because if you want to get to the point where you're making a massive setup with all that extra mana, I die when I talk. See, this is the problem. Then it's like, okay, you have to wait several turns and then draw through it all. It's like, oh, but then you get 8 mana. Fuck off. Who cares? It's like, do you know how many nutty pop-offs already exist in the game? You want to be able to do nutty pop-offs. It's like, that's what makes the thing more interesting, is that you can do fun things. It's like, I fully understand, maybe it's too good. But I don't know how I can look at it and say, oh, it's broken innately. Oh, but you can conserve mana, Fucking, sure, Gamble has fucking upgraded 3 mana and retain. Fucking, there's a green card that just says, oh, when upgrade, here's 6 manas. Costs 0 and has retain. Fucking 0 mana for 6. And you retain. You can store it for whenever the hell you need it. Oh, but it's a rare. Okay. There's several fucking green cards that put mana in your pile, like, immediately or next turn. A freaking 5-turn setup for a nutty pop-off should be that. Here's 5 turns for a nutty pop-off. You should have that. Many characters can make things go infinite, should you need to, or can do ridiculous pop-offs. Hell, did you see my Dazzling Dash run from yesterday? Just absolutely go off with my knives. Oh, what happened to Oku? Now, to be fair, I'm comparing it to Marissa, and as everyone who plays Lost Branch knows, Marissa's pretty damn good. So, like... Wow, that was a tight window at the end. Like I said, I'm not opposed to it being overpowered and nerfing it. You could get rid of the replenish. You could just not make it rainbows. You could make it a rare. You know, bump the mana cost. That's fine. I just don't think it's innately broken. And who knows? Here's the thing: I'm more than willing to be wrong. Well, I mean, there are uncommon cards, ability cards, that, like, can carry runs fairly well. Right? Like, there are uncommon stuff that, you know, can do a lot of work. I'm saying a 5-turn wait for a pop-off. That still requires you to have other cards to pop off. I'm hesitant about it being... Like, it could be really good. Like, it could be a really good thing. Like, it could be really good, don't get me wrong. But, like, being so broken it has to be nerfed? I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm just hesitant about... Let me explain to you a reason why I'm always hesitant. I've commented this before. I'm a Hearthstone person. I've been in and out of Hearthstone throughout its entire life cycle. I haven't played in a while, but I keep my eye on it. So I do enjoy the game a fair bit. Do you know how many times in its lifespan there's been a card? Because they do reveals before the sets come out. Same thing with Magic. This is a thing that exists entirely for Magic, for Yu-Gi-Oh!, for every card game. Do you know how many times I've seen a card get revealed, and there is fans crying for it to get nerfed? This card's too good. This card is so broken. I can't believe they'd make this card. Fucking comes out mid at best. Also, Family Tim, yeah, I'm sorry, there's a couple conversations going on here, but, I don't know. I don't know what my projection is. Oscar's been able to have his... Damn it. Oscar's been able to have his nutty LK runs, and if he can continue with that, then... then that's great. But, like, he's also, you know, had his fall-offs on Dormy before. And similar to what happened in some of the, like the EOSD versus IN match, it could get like a, you know, the Dormy fall off, and then it's just like, well, that's a shame. But credit to Maki for being consistent. Like, you know, it's not like IN can't cause you to fall off. Their consistency with Rising World has been impressive. Like, Rising World is a killer. Oh, and that's another thing. Kamikos brings up a good point. If it is also really good, we could just, like say, we could nerf it. And several Clown Piece cards we have negative effects. Right? You can always just mess around with that, because that's part of her character. Part of the stuff we're making with her. So it's like, worst comes to worst, if it is nutty, if it's too nutty, just nerf it. Yeah, there's a lot to balancing a card than just what exists innately, right? Yeah, it is a lot harder to train wreck on Imperishable Knight, which is what I say. So a lot of it, I feel like, comes down to... So a lot of it, I feel, comes down to, you know, more on the side of Oscar to not have a tragic, well, okay, like a terrible Dormy. Because, I mean, here's the thing, regardless of anything else, if Maki has another perfect, you know, IN, you know, if Oscar's getting a couple misses on Lol K, then sure, give Maki the win. And also, the thing about Perishable Knight is, sure, it's fairly consistent. It's like, it's a lot harder to fuck up, but... I saw, what was it, a 4 miss to Peter Flair earlier? Anything can happen. Sure, Peter Flair is one of the harder attacks in the game, but, like... all it takes is one thing to happen. And anything can happen, especially in one-ups, right? Like, these runs are one-ups. This isn't something else. You can't reset when you have a bad thing, right? Oh, I had a bad stage. Oh, just reset. Like when you play, if you play really that bad, oh, it's terrible. I mean, it's probably. Oh, why did I tap up? It's Peter Flair is Someone will say, that's wrong. Actually, X attack is the hardest. Peter Flair is actually the second hardest. I feel like it might be the hardest attack that isn't named Cat's Walk in Subterranean. I can't promise you that for fact, but as someone who's played SA, well, I played every game, of course, but, like, I feel like that's probably the case. Someone will eventually tell me, that's wrong, X attack is actually harder. You're just dumb because Peter Flair isn't the hardest besides Cat's Walk. It's actually, like, the second hardest, but my point remains. It's a very difficult attack. It's really difficult to read is one thing. There's a lot of things that make Peter Flair rough. I mean, it's not like it's the hardest attack you've ever seen in Touhou, don't get me wrong. I'm not, like, putting it up there with PDH levels or anything, or Scarlet Meister, but point is, it's a terrible attack. Yeah, one thing I stand by potentially for the scoring is keep base penalties, because they should still probably exist. But make the base scoring penalties in the games probably a bit lower, like, as a whole, and make the miss penalties higher. Penalize missing one, right? Like, you want your... Or, I don't know. I was about to say, you could have scaling penalties with misses, but then I was like, I don't know. That would be a bit much. I mean, everything I'm saying is a bit of a who knows, right? I'm just take this from everything I say with a grain of salt, or multiple grains of salt. Hey, 29. Because when you make the base penalties lower, but make the shot, like the miss penalties higher, and also you still balance them from their respective shot types, right? Like, you make sure that DDC Sakuya B has a significantly lower miss penalty than Sakuya A. Like, you make it so that the LNN, or like even the one miss run, regardless of what game it is still like pretty good scoring. Right? I don't want a 3 miss. Honestly, I don't want a 3 miss of any game beating an LNN. A 1 miss? Maybe. Like a 1 miss beating an LNN, I could see it. You know, for certain games. 2 miss? Maybe. But like 3 miss, no. I think that would be wrong. Regardless of the difficulty of the LNN. Maybe with like Sakuya A DDC being like the exception, right? But like, I think generally speaking, if you make the base penalties like balanced, but like kind of crank up the miss penalties a little bit. What am I doing to this? Today is not my Alice day. Well, I do kind of give the DDC Sakuya A shot and the DDC Reimu A shot. Specifically the Sakuya one, but the Reimu one as well. A bit of an exception to the rule. But let's also be clear, how many people are going to like be coming in rocking with those shot types anyway? Like, none of these top players are going to be doing that. You might have someone trying to cheese the system. But, at least for now, none of these guys are trying to do that. Or you just say they're banned. Just ban them. But, like, those two shot types I give a bit of an exception to. Because of how polarizing they are, right? Like, is it that far of a statement to say that Sakuya A is the easiest LNN in the entire series? Sakuya A DDC? Is that true? I don't know that for sure, but like, from what I've heard about it, is that a ridiculous statement to make? Yeah, well, the Udol League I wouldn't count in the same category because, you know, that's not allowed for this tournament because that game is fundamentally fairly different. Kind of similar with, what is it called? What is the game called? Great Fairy Wars. Right, like Great Fairy, I'm not like using Great Fairy Wars in my discussion because it's, you know, it's different than what this is trying to go for. So don't even bother like arguing with it. Well, sure, it may be SOEW like that, but last I checked, A, PC98 isn't allowed, and B, even if PC98 was allowed, would anybody be rocking up with fucking Eastern Wonderland shot types? at the end there. I had that dodge, and then I panicked trying to figure out my next dodge. Damn, I just want my 30th. PC98. Ooh, damn it. The problem is with PC98 is it's not like I could play Pod. Dude, too bad Pod, like, wouldn't work for it, because I'd love to, like, grind Pod to show up with that. That was bad. What the hell is LNN? I've heard people talking about it, but, I mean, of course, obviously it's a shmup. What the hell is it? But if they pull out, here's the thing: if they pulled out for like a TSO, a PC98 like shot type, I would think about doing like a Mystic Square. Not because I think it's not because Mystic Square is my favorite game on the market by any means, but like it would be fun to show up with some PC98 representation. And I'd be tempted to. Solely into that category. Maybe some Lotus Land? Maybe some Lotus Land, because I don't want to play against Yumiko. Interesting. I mean, I've commented before, but other shmups don't really interest me. I mean, I have respect for them and their existence and people who are good at them because they're shmups. And be good at high levels of these games are certainly something, but... The Pod remake? What the hell? How do you remake Pod? Or more importantly, like, what do they do? First of all, no, it's not really something that sounds super interesting for me to play, but, like, it sounds fascinating. Made every single PC98 game. In, like, what way? Like, just kind of like taking the game, porting them over to like a Windows style of gameplay. Like, completely like altering the game. Remaking them on Windows 98, but just like balancing things. Need the Windows? Neat. I don't know. I mean, I've copped it before, but my interest in playing non-Touhou is very, very low. Non-Touhou shmups, I should specify. Hey, there's number 30, baby. What do you mean, how do you make those? How do you, like, design them? That's a textbook non-2. Textbook. Code perspective, I mean, you theoretically just code every bullet individually. But, I mean, how terrible would it be? You just, like... You just give most of the codes the same, like, trajectory / speed, right? You just change their starting position. Like, if you have a 10-ring circle, you just code every bullet to have the same, like, trajectory and, like, projectile speed, but just move its starting position. It's not the way you want to dodge that wave, but I did it. Yeah, I mean, I can think of some ways for the coding to happen, but, like, I have to figure out exactly, like, when he's having certain things happen in their source. And I'm no coder, so, that was a nice, that was a really nice prism river. Okay, coder. Fortunately, the yellow wave spawns so quickly after the red wave that you don't have to, like, dodge the receding bullets from the red wave before the yellow wave appears, so they end up being just so overlined with each other. Yeah, that wasn't quite as textbook, but it still worked. Where'll this go? Just in time. Dodge one, non-one differently? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm currently doing the different method of dodging non-one. I looked it up and found a little bit of a different strat. It still involves the going high, like you found that one time, but it's a bit different. It's you stay high for the first few, and then start proceeding down to make those waves on the bottom really easy. You don't kill her as fast, but you make those waves 10 times easier to dodge, so who cares? It's just annoying because I'm not great at baiting the first 4 waves yet. I'm getting better at it, but I'm still subpar at it. But I'm getting there. Oh my gosh, you people in your term super players. I don't care how good I ever get in Touhou. If anyone calls me a super shooter or a super player, I'm going to burn their house down. It's like this spell, okay? This spell has a lot of garbage being spewed out. It's a lot. So you could blame this spell like a greatly on luck. But like, there's strategy for this. Like I've learned, hey, this is what you should look for, and it's been making that significantly better. I guess what Jinx's Pod remake is called. Fool's Rush In? What's that a play on? Was that back-to-back Prism Rivers, or did I lose to this nod? See how I bait there, and then I go up and I bait here, and then they start doing the double shot waves here, and now we just bait it low. Stay here, get the yellow wave, then we go to the bottom. It makes it last longer, but it makes these waves at the bottom so... Well, I died there, but... You know, it makes them so much easier to dodge at the bottom. That was a bit of an unfortunate line, but also just a misplay on my part. See, you bait these. This time we'll do a textbook. Soft retreat, soft retreat. Now if the yellows are here, we can go to the bottom. That sounds kind of racist, so boom, boom. Look at these wide open gaps. And she's dead before she restarts anyway. Fortunate. You're Raymue. Hey, what do you mean? I am Raymue. I'm pretty sure actually Raymue B kills this exactly as fast. I think. From the clip I watched, I'm pretty sure it kills it after. I'm pretty sure it kills it about identical speed. No, I wasn't sure what to do there. Smash your violence so bad. That is damage. That is property damage. A crime. What about like wanting to break Raico's drum or something? Is that what you're referring to? That was a little sketch. I do appreciate her being really high up. Makes that so much easier. Also, if you broke Raico's drum, would she die? She's a Tsukogami or whatever, right? So would she just die? You like broke her drum? Light Nate for Raikou? Oh, I know you will. I mean, I like Raikou too. She's no top tier, but I quite like Raikou. I don't know, I can go find out and go break her umbrella. Well, I guess because Kogasa technically is the umbrella, right? I wouldn't put it past Seija to murder though. Why did I think that was a good idea? Ooh, I don't like going this direction. So I should stop doing it. How many murderers are there in Gensokyo? Confirmed murderers that aren't named Reimu. At least Reimu, yeah, I got that one. Yeah. Yes, I know you're down bad for Raiko. I get it. Be careful how far you go, or else you're gonna start sounding like 11. Although, whenever I show up to your stream and you have, Mei Ling's thighs front and center, it does make me wonder at times. I like her when she's high up, that's very... Oh, I don't... Boo, 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 boo. Well, it wasn't just the moon rabbits that Aaron was right. Like, it was like emissaries from the moon or something, right? Like, it wasn't just Aaron and moon rabbits that came down, or I may be misremembering. Didn't she kill more? Oh, they are the rabbits? Okay. You know, she didn't have to kill the rabbits. She has authority. She could have just, like, sent them back, right? She could just, like, send the rabbits back to the moon. Like, giving them commands or something. No witnesses? Well, regardless, if, like, Aaron disappears, wouldn't some of the higher-ups at the moon, like, question it? Like, she's a pretty... As far as I'm sure, I'm pretty sure she's a pretty big name in the moon. Like, she was literally one of the founders of the capital, right? Ooh, that was a very fast drop. I wasn't thinking about that. Doodaloo, 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 doodaloo. Oh, I held too much. I just tapped on it. I mean, I'm usually not a big fan of, like, putting people on a pedestal for conversation's purpose like that. Like, if you want to refer to someone as being, you know, literally one of the best, that's one thing, but, like... I mean, give people the respect they're due, of course, but... Yeah. That was a good lineup, too. I don't know, the term super player to me just comes off a bit too much as idle. And, I mean, that's fine when it comes down to other people. I'm not going to use that term myself, but, like, I don't care about that either way. It's just, I wouldn't want that term. Although, who knows? Maybe give me a year, and maybe my mind will be different. There, that was a nice textbook. Nice textbook. White wave dodge, and we're good. How dare you, Game Glitcher, use in quotations the word "I'll kill you." I don't know if this will be a Lyrica kill. Should be, but I don't know how much leeway I have naturally, so... Oh, well, that was bad dodge anyway. Well, maybe you shouldn't use the word "I'll kill you." What? Hold on, let me look at this. Oh yeah, I saw that ending blocker. It was really good. I was actually watching that one during that ending and I saw that ending blocker when it appeared. It was really good. I hate this strategy! Because I suck at it, not because it's bad. Perfectly fine strategy, it's probably the optimal strategy. And I hate this. I hate this part. Exposing it. Yeah, Erin is canceled. I'm sure she cares. Why am I shitting and pooping everywhere? When did Aaron start like selling pharmaceutical drugs to like people in the human village? What like point in Touhou did that start happening? I'm just after it. Okay. It's not gonna impact ANJ's bottom line. Who are the people? Who are the humans and the yokai gonna go to when they need pharmaceutical needs, huh? Oh, what? They're going to Renosuke? Yeah, good luck with that. Who cut a deal? Well, Tay could probably cut a deal with anyone. It doesn't matter how smart or anything they are. Tay could probably cut a deal with anyone because she is a conniving genius. But, like, Tay could probably deal business with Seija. Easily. I loved Tay's ending from POFV. Why am I not reading this? Okay, you know, let's go to... What? How did... Huh? When did that... What? What? How did that happen? But it's... Oh, okay. Okay. What? Oh, talking about murderers. Technically, would you consider Yuyuko to be a murderer? Because she killed herself, right? I was looking away when I said that. I'm like, oh, that part's free. Might be a myth. Go to the wiki. It's very reliable if you want to find that information. Very generous way. Oh, that was weird. I'm gonna try to max my damage during that middle part so you kill that before you have to do too many real dodges. That was the dumbest movement I've ever done. That's not actually the dumbest movement I've ever done. Oh, too much up. Yeah, okay, so she did kill herself, yeah. So does that count as murder? Yeah, because, like, one of the things was she doesn't, like, know that, per se. Or does it... Well, at the very least, she doesn't know it's her own body that's sealed under the tree, right? I forget the specifics. But I know she doesn't know it's her own body that's, like, sealed under the tree. Bubble! I like when HGS gives me, like, a good HGS. That might be too horizontal. Nope. Oh, you like that move? Oh, you like that move as well? Damn, those are kind of sexy moves, if I ever say so myself. Nice, nice. Be cool if you got more commentating. I like when I play well. Like, you know, there's some good luck that can be involved at times. So, like, I like when I'm like, yeah, sure, maybe a little bit of good luck. But I'm like, yeah, I actually played well there. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Okay, I thought that might have been the case since some of my sentences, but I didn't remember exactly, so I didn't want to say it just for someone to be like, actually. Actually, it's not called Touhou Puppet Dance Performance. You should really do that more often, Game Glitcher, with the things I say. If I ever say something that's not like 100% correct, you should just immediately get on me. Oh, that I went too high. Oh yeah, I thought one of the things was that, like, you know, she tried to, like, unseal it, but, like, it was actually kind of, like, herself that, like, subconsciously stopped her from doing it. Or was, like, trying to stop her from, like, reviving herself. She's cute. She is very cute and very soft. I will agree with you on that. She is very... Listen. In the Netherworld, there's a lack of, like, fast food options and stuff. So she's not the best cook herself. So, you know, having to rely on Yomu to cook everything for her can be a little annoying at times, right? Like, there's a lack of fast food. There's a lack of restaurants in the Netherworld. So acquiring sustenance isn't always the easiest thing. That's when she owns a slave? Exactly! But even just having a one gardener slave is like... It's not perfect. Right? So she tends to be a little on the hungrier side. Also, being like the princess of the Netherworld is, Piss. Get away from me. It's taxing work, you know. Definitely very taxing work. So, like, after a long day of work, she's gotta eat, you know. Really awkward clump there. Yeah, I've heard that theory before. Why did I stop shooting? Bro's going for the timeout. Holy crap, this timeout would take 5 years. Don't go for the ball. The ball is bad. The nothing to see there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Squidders. Uh-oh! Well, how often is she using her moves? Like, how often is she doing battle? Yeah, you know, Yuko leads a rough life. Like, very long day of work. Did my ghost get drunk? I guess if she needs to eat, she probably gets drunk. I love my baby snowball pellets. They're my favorite bullet in the game. This time for sure. Why did I decide that was a good spot to go? Oh, I actually almost got through it. Multifaceted individual, no. Some people are multifaceted, and there's some differences involved, but then no, it's not possible. Although I am a little one-minded at times, than probably a lot of people, but real runs? I have not been doing real runs today. It's been practice. Whee! Have an itch. Practice. Gotta get better. You know, I kind of want to do runs, but as much as I want to do runs, I gotta get some more experience with some things. can't keep dying to 3 cons and 7 Hakus. You know, if it's 3 cons and 7 Hakus, if the cons are supposed to represent the big balls, what are the Hakus supposed to represent? Because she shoots 3 bubbles. But what's the Hakus represent? Because, there's a lot more than 7 of them. I mean, you could be it, though, you're right. You know, it's as the saying goes, right? 90% of gamblers quit right before they're about to hit big. Why would I just sit down and practice when literally the next run could be it? Next run's actually the run. Now, I gotta be patient with it. Oh, you bite! Come on! Stop dying to this spell. I don't know if she pays Yomu. She pays her by not sending her to hell. She keeps her in servitude, you know? Yes, but as... Listen, we know what the we know what Eiki's conversation with Yomu was in Touhou 9, right? If that was not the... If Yuko wanted to cash off, poof, send her spirit to the judge. And tell her good luck. Who knows? I should not have been on the left there. Oh, I wasted a tiny itty bitty bit of damage. Oh, and it's not gonna matter. Give me my perfect Yomu. I'm gonna go dreaming in Arcadia soon. Before I do that, it's a good question. Can Yuko bring people back from the dead? I doubt it. Her ability is like to control, like, guide the dead or something. I don't know if she actually can, like, bring people back. Yeah. Let me know how that works for you, 11. How are you going to convince her before she just blasts you into pieces? for trying to hit on her. Yeah, maybe she can, maybe she can't, but she wouldn't tell you. Yeah, I prefer to him by 11 because it's a little bit more difficult to say 0001011. I asked him what to say, and he just said 11. So. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being Sega's zombie slave, right? Nothing could go wrong. Sega is the nicest and the greatest, oh my gosh, what was that dog? The nicest and greatest Touhou character. She would never do anything wrong. Yeah, I don't know decimal speed. Or binary or whatever. Let people... Yeah, but that was so left to right. I guess you're not non-binary then. No, he could have done 11, but then what you have to do is like, you know, you gotta do the normal thing. You gotta go like XX underscore shadow 11 XX underscore. No, it'd be underscore XX on the end. So my bad. Then this is like Call of Duty lobbies. Freaking Legend 27. How old is that meme? Oh, the red! I'm not having good Yomos right now. Just accept that for what it is. Hey! Love this theme? Yeah, it's a really good theme. It's very short, but it's a really good theme. Yo, bro's cracked. Bro's cracked? I mean, he's literally playing Rainbow A, so... So it makes it a lot easier to be cracked when you're playing Rainbow A, but still. Oh, that was dumb. Paper player. I prefer the term above average. Oh! Yeah, let's just splice. Let's do a spliced run, 11. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll just splice the run and say, oh, I forgot to save replay. Oh, here's my run, guys. Without me talking over, or me talking over after the fact. Oh, here's a spliced run. Gotta manipulate the score count properly. Or just don't manipulate the score count. Oh. It's just disgusting is what it is. It's a very pretty background. I love this background. There's such a visual clutter. Yeah, but let me know when you splice a run and make it believable. And then, when you do that, let me know so that I can report you. That was very free. Yeah. I don't actually think it's possible to capture... Oh, maybe with Rainbow A, but with the other characters, it's not actually possible to capture this without TAS. Just like TSS. Dude, it's so funny that it's just TSS. Like, if he picks... Oh, there's no replay proof? Aha! Touché! My most recent run, I have replay for it. My 4-misser that I got on Friday, I was smart and I saved the replay for it. My favorite part about that copy pasta is it's like, okay, if you want to like sell it off, if you want to sell off PDH as being impossible, if you want to put like try to like sell, like there are attacks from OK. Honestly, you could probably sell some of. You could probably try to argue a couple of like you could probably try to argue some of her nons. Hell, Murderous Lily, argue anything that isn't her easiest attack. Like if you want to argue an attack to be impossible, it's just like it's literally her easiest attack. Impossible spell card. Yeah, that's actually true. Zune is a poser for making impossible spell card not impossible. What was he thinking? Lily's hate. I mean, I do hate that spell with a passion. But even for those who don't hate it with a passion like I do, it's still a very difficult spell. Or a pretty difficult spell, I'd argue. The point is, right now, isn't me reaffirming my hatred for Murderous Lilies, it's just TSS is the easiest spell. It's the easiest attack she has. Like you have... not only is it her easiest spell, it's one of the easiest attacks in the game. Like, you have literally, arguably the hardest Touhou game. You have so many attacks to pick from. And you pick TSS. It's not the easiest attack in the game, I'll say that, alright? It's not actually the easiest attack. But, like, come on. Here's the thing, don't get me wrong, TSS is not free by any means. Like, I die to it in a run. And that's also very partly because stress. Like, it is a bit precise, I'll say that. Like, to the credit of dying to it. Like, I have choked on it, and I'm sure I will again in the future. And people will die to it. But what I'm saying is, it's probably Junko's easiest attack. Which isn't saying it's the easiest attack known to man, and if you ever die to it, you're actually the worst human being on Earth. But it's me saying... it's me saying, if you're gonna claim an attack's impossible, pick literally anything else. Like, PDH is right there. Like, PDH is right there. What's TSN? I don't... No. What am I, a coward? Look at the clip I put in my when I posted my stream earlier, 11. That would be a coward's take. Honestly, if you play Touhou and you don't play for a lunatic LNN, like, when lunatic LNN is so, like, weird to say. It's not the right term. If you play Touhou and you're not playing for an LNN, like, honestly, you're just a baby, and you're honestly just terrible. Like, not only are you a baby, but you're just a terrible human being, right? So, like, what are you doing? Honestly, if you're not Sock and you haven't, like, literally aren't the best Touhou player, probably, then, like, what are you doing? Like, if you can't, like, capture books while blindfolded 10 times in a row, like, you're just wasting your life at that point. Like, Family Team's been playing USD for so long and still hasn't, like, been able to capture books blindfolded. Like, come on. But it's like what I prefer to do in this game, Family Team. When I got my 8 miss, technically it was a 7 miss and a border break. But, like, the border break is a miss, right? Like, as far as it's concerned, the border break is a miss. Even though it was technically 7 miss, 1 border break. This Non's gonna kill me on LNN case, I know it. But yeah, I know they were talking about Family Team on the TSO earlier. About, like, next about, like, why to do, like, a 64-person one. That would be one of the most hype things ever. And if they start planning that, you gotta let me know. Because you have more in than I do. I hate this Non with a passion. I think Zune was trolling when he made this Non. Are even 64 good players? Well, there's what? There's like 350 something people that have an LNN to their name recorded. Right? If you go on the Marble Horn site, that's what they have up there, I think it is. Yeah, but no. By the time next year rolls around, we'll be cooking with gas. Surely. It's kind of a bit of a risque movement. Oh, that was incredibly stupid. Yeah, no, people call Letty fat. Like, look at that Yuko box. Look at that fan. Look at that left fan. Give me a copy of the first card I play in combat. Why am I bad? Somebody answer that for me, please. No. Game Glitcher, I explained this to you. You have to say actually. And then you also have to, like, slander me, like, greatly when I get something wrong. Like, not only am I wrong, but, like, I'm a terrible person because I got it wrong. So you're not doing it right. I hate to break it to you. One of these days, Witch King. That was a bad spot to be. You clipping for me? Don't take that out of context. I don't want people thinking I'm an elitist. Alfonso, well-known Touhou elitist. Yeah, post on right. Yeah. Find someone who's talking about how proud they are getting a normal 1cc, and then just, like, spam the replies with that. Like, honestly, I was at, like, I was shopping the other day, and, like, there was a mom with, like, a kid. And I just walked by and just, like, pushed the kid. I was like, you probably don't have a lunatic 1cc. What are you doing? It's like, why did I do that movement? I should have played more left and then gone over here. We never make mistakes, because I'm literally perfect. Any mistake I make is actually intentional. You gotta remember that. I do hate you guys, yeah. Well, maybe if 11 would stop posting lewd, like, semicolon art in chat, then that wouldn't be a problem. Just clip everything? Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh. Just honestly, like, just be watching me adamantly the entire time, and every time I say something, that you could take out of context, just clip it immediately. Clip and ship it everywhere. Like, Brazilians are the worst breed of Touhou players, right? Like, what are they doing? Like, gosh, honestly, like, tell me a good Brazilian Touhou player. Like, they're honestly just the worst. You clip that, you take that out of context, and it's great. Thoughts have been canceled. Yeah. Strike me down with a vengeance. Make me the enemy. I will become Seija in the flesh. You know a Brazilian streamer? Well, it's very fortunate that I literally have a Brazilian person in chat here. Named Family Team. Who I am well known to hate. You know, gosh, that Family Team guy is just so annoying. Yeah, well, Game Glitch, you can't take anything Game Glitcher says too much to heart, because he literally hates anything, like everything. The only things he likes are if, like, I hate it. If I hate something, he might like it. Is probably a good way to look at it. Okay, it's been 2 hours. Let's take my piece. Take my practice time. I ain't going nowhere. This game's got plenty to go.